There'll always be the argument that video games are meant to be played for fun. Believe me, some of it's a lot of fun. Video games are meant to be played at home, relaxing, on a couch, amongst friends, and they are, and that's fun. But competitive gaming, when you want to attach your name to a world record, when you want your name written into history, you have to pay the price.
Today, I would like to talk about Billy Mitchell and the whole fiasco going on right now with Twin Galaxies and the fact that they found him guilty of cheating in Donkey Kong. And because of that, they've actually wiped all his high scores clean from the record books. Hey guys, VanBjorn20 back again. And if you don't know what I'm talking about and you don't even know who Billy Mitchell is, let me just fill you in real quick. Billy Mitchell is known as a retro arcade legend. He's most known for his high score in Donkey Kong. He's been featured in the King of Kong Fistful of Quarters documentary, and he's known for being the first player to actually score a perfect game in Pac-Man. Well, all that is in question now because of something that has happened. Recently, he's been accused of cheating in Donkey Kong, not necessarily like using cheat codes or anything like that, like, you know, everyone in the modern age thinks of now when you think of cheating. Basically, he was accused of using MAME. MAME is basically just an emulator for arcades, and you can't do that. When you submit a high score, you have to actually submit the high score on the actual original Donkey Kong board. Well, I guess what they did is they actually found video footage of him, his Donkey Kong footage, and they actually, you know, mashed it up with MAME, and it's kind of like almost exact or something. So, you know, Twin Galaxy looked into this, and they actually have scientific evidence that, you know, he used MAME. So because of this findings, they actually disqualified all his scores in Donkey Kong, and they actually, you know, took them away. Now, this is how I feel about the whole situation. Okay, I just want you guys to know that I'm not like Team Billy. I'm not like a huge Billy fan. I'm not like, I don't even know who Billy Mitchell is in real life. I've never spoke to him. I'm not his friend or anything like that. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I don't want people to think that like I'm a huge supporter of Billy. I don't even really know who he is. I know who he is, but personally I don't know who he is. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. This is my own personal opinion because I can just already feel the hate comments in the comments below. Feel free to say whatever you want. I don't care. That's why I'm making this video, to see what you guys feel about, and I want to express my opinions on how I feel about the whole situation. Okay, if Billy did in fact, you know, use MAME, then by all means, yes, his scores should be invalid. They should remove them from the books. I agree with that 100%. Do I think he used MAME? That's not up to me to decide. They used their, you know, they investigated it, and that's what their decision is, and it's final. And I agree with it. If that's what they feel, they gotta, you know, protect the integrity of the game. You know, you gotta keep it fair. So I completely agree with removing his high score in Donkey Kong. Now, what I don't agree with is the fact that they actually removed his high score in like Pac-Man. This man is known for the very first person to ever achieve a perfect score in Pac-Man.
Video arcade classic has finally been conquered. On July 4th at a New Hampshire arcade, 34-year-old Billy Mitchell became the first person to master Pac-Man.
If you guys don't know what that means, basically when you play Pac-Man, a perfect score is like you score so high that the board is like it's a jarbled mess, and you still continue to play the game even though the board is a jarbled mess.
The right half is filled with computer garble, anything and everything that is not Pac-Man, different walls, different dots. That's what a perfect score is.
He's done it live several times. He has done this live over and over again, like live. So there's no way in the world he cheated in Pac-Man. We all know, anyone, even if you're a Billy hater, even if you don't like Billy at all, you know that he's got skills in Pac-Man, and he is, in fact, the first person to score a perfect score in Pac-Man. You cannot take that away from him. He was awarded, like, Player of the Century, okay? Like, I don't get this. Like, the people that make Pac-Man watched him play live and handed him, like, Player of the Century. I don't understand how you can take this. You can't delete gaming history. I understand trying to protect the integrity of the game. I completely 100% agree with that. His Donkey Kong scores, get rid of them if you have to. That's fine. That's completely fine. I agree with it. If he played on MAME, it should not have counted. I agree that. But I understand, you know, when you do something, there's consequences. I understand that. But this is an extreme consequence. They actually remove everything. like everything like it never happened. You can't do that. That'd be like deleting history, okay? This is like a huge mark in like gaming history. He was awarded, you know, Gamer of the Century. You can't, I don't agree with it. It really left a bad taste in my mouth when Twin Galaxies did this, because then Guinness Book of World Records removed him from the Guinness Book of World Records because they used Twin Galaxy to verify. And since now Twin Galaxy isn't standing behind anything, now Guinness Book of World Records is not even recognizing the fact that he is the first person to, you know, achieve a perfect score in Pac-Man. I don't agree with that at all. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you agree with that. I hope Billy fixes this. I hope he somehow gets out of this mess, because his name is being dragged through the mud right now. You know, if you watch the documentary King of Kong, obviously Billy looks like the villain, okay? He looks like the villain. He's cocky. He's arrogant.
Brian Koo is there. He knows everything to do with the tape. He knows to guard the tape with his life. I explained to him he could lose his life, but don't lose the tape.
That's Billy Mitchell. That's his character, okay? I believe that's just Billy Mitchell's character. We all have a persona, and that's his persona. When he's out there gaming, he's in the public, he's got to be cocky. You got to be confident. If you're not confident in yourself, who's going to be confident in you? You just have to be, you know, sometimes confidence comes off as cocky. I like the Billy Mitchell character. I think cocky is good for the game. I think smack talking's good for the game. Anyone that plays any games with me knows I like a good smack talk. It's just good for the game, good for competition. I don't see. I know people are going to think like, oh, you're just a Billy supporter. I just don't. I think he was done wrong here. He was done very seriously wrong here. Remove his Donkey Kong scores. That's fine. Don't touch his Pac-Man score. That just, I think that's below the belt. Could you imagine how he feels? Like, could you imagine doing all that work, getting awarded, you know, Video Game Player of the Century, and then all of a sudden they try to take it all away like it doesn't exist? That's like saying my great uncle, you know, Martin Van Buren, was never the president of the United States. You know, no, it happened. It happened. And yes, he is my uncle. You cannot erase history. You can't do that. You can't change history. What happened, happened. He was awarded Video Game, you know, Player Century of the Year. You know, you can't take that away from him. You just can't. You can't do it. And the fact that they're doing it makes me sick to my stomach, honestly. It really does. I understand he made a mistake in Donkey Kong. And if he did play on MAME, he could have not even known it was MAME. Who knows? Because rumor has it that board that he played on was verified. So, I don't know. And an interesting fact is Billy Mitchell just recently released a statement regarding this whole situation. And let's go ahead and hear what he's had to say.
Hi, I'm Billy Mitchell. We're here at the Midwest Gaming Classic. I'm here with Old School Gamer magazine. I've been asked to address things that are recently in the media. The fact of the matter is, now there is a true professional due diligence being done to investigate things that happened as far as 35 years ago in a professional manner, not in a shock jock mentality designed to create hits. We will show that everything that has been done, everything was done professionally, according to the rules, according to the scoreboard, the integrity that was set up, not 2014 forward by the current regime who wants to reach back 35 years. Everything will be transparent, everything will be available. I wish I had it in my hands right now. I wish I could hand it to you, but it's taken a considerable amount of time. Witnesses, documents, everything will be made available to you. Nothing will be withheld. You absolutely have my commitment to that. We've been at this since 1982, and it's not going to stop now.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Billy Mitchell himself. He's not going to lay down on this one. He looks like he's actually going to fight this. He's got like a team of investigators that's actually going to investigate this further. I don't really know. Even if he does prove himself innocent, Twin Galaxy, it looks like they just washed their hands of him. I don't even know if they're going to listen. If you guys don't know, Twin Galaxy, I believe, just changed management. You know, they used to be huge supporters of Billy Mitchell. Now they've changed like management, and it looks like they're against him. It looks like, honestly, it looks like they're out to get him. It looks like there's somebody out to get Billy Mitchell. It kind of makes me sick to my stomach. It really does, because this is not good for the gaming community. Billy Mitchell has done so much for the gaming community that this just kind of leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. I wasn't going to make a video and discuss this at all, but I just wanted to get my opinion out there. I know a lot of people are asking about it, so here it is. It's out in the open. That's how I feel about it. Yes, if he played on MAME, get rid of the score. I get it. But the whole Pac-Man score and stuff like that, that's below the belt, man. It really is. That's pretty much all for right now, guys. Leave a comment below. I'm dying to know what you guys think about all this, and there'll be more to come shortly, guys. Thanks again.
The worst thing that could happen would be to give somebody the credibility of a score that doesn't deserve it. But even far worse than that would be to deny somebody the credibility when they deserved it.